Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jamunathira Vanachari Jamunathira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunathira Vanachari Yamunathira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jai Gauda Nitai, Gauda Nitai, Gauda Nitai, Jaya Gauda Nitai. Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Prabhupada 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Stotara Satashi Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitlirva Vishnupad Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Stotara Satashi Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki Anant Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhattavrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan ki Brajabhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Mayapur Dham ki Jagannath Puri Dham ki Ganga Mayi ki Jamuna Mayi ki Shrimati Tulsi Devi ki Bhakti Devi ki Srimad Bhagavatam ki Samaveda Bhaktavrinda ki Jai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Narang Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nastapreshu Abhadreshu Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavat Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 70, Lord Krishna's daily activities, text 27. Loke bhavan jagat ina kalayavatirna sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanya Kaschit tvadiyam atiyati nidesham isha King vajana vakritang richati tanna vidmaham Loke bhavan jagat Ina kala yavatirna Sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanya Kaschit vadiyam atiyati nidesham isha King vajana svakritang richati tanna vidmaha loke bhavan jagat ina kalayavatirna. Sadrakshanaya kala nigrahanaya chanyaha. Kaschit vadiyam atiyati nishesham isha. King vajana swakritang rachatita na vidmaham. Matajis? Loke, into this world. Bhavan, you. Jagat, of the universe. Inaha, the predominator. Kalaya, with your expansion, Baladev. Or with your time potency. Avatirnaha, having descended. Sat, the saintly. Rakshanaya, to protect. Kala, the wicked. Nigrahanaya, to subdue. Cha, and. Anya, other. Kaschit, someone. Tvadiyam, your. Atiyati, transgresses. Nidesham, the law. Isha, O Lord. Kingva, or else. Janaha, a person. Sva, by himself. Kritam, created. Richati, obtains. Tat, that. Navidma, We do not understand. Translation and purport by the followers of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. You are the predominating Lord of the universe and have descended into this world with your personal power to protect the saintly and suppress the wicked. We cannot understand, O Lord, how anyone can transgress your law and still continue to enjoy the fruits of his work. Please repeat. You are the predominating Lord of the universe and have descended into this world with your personal power to protect the saintly and suppress the wicked. We cannot understand, O Lord, how anyone can transgress your law and still continue to enjoy the fruits of his work. Purport. Sridhar Swami explains that the kings were bewildered by the suffering that had come upon them. They state here that since the Lord has descended to this world to protect the pious and punish the wicked, how is it that Jarasandha, who brazenly transgressed the order of the Lord, continues to perform his wicked activities, whereas the kings were put into a miserable condition? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur similarly states that the kings could not understand how Jarasandha, who harassed the saintly devotees and nourished the envious, could continue to pray, whereas the kings were being tormented by the wicked Jarasandha. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada quotes the kings as follows in Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My dear Lord, you are the protector of all the worlds, and you have incarnated yourself along with your plenary expansion, Lord Balaram. It is said that your appearance in this incarnation is for the purpose of protecting the faithful and destroying the miscreants. Under the circumstances, how is it possible that miscreants like Jarasandha can put us into such deplorable conditions of life against your authority? We are puzzled at the situation and cannot understand how it is possible. It may be that Jarasandha has been deputed to give us such trouble because of our past misdeeds. But we have heard from revealed scriptures that anyone who surrenders unto your lotus feet immediately becomes immune to the reactions of sinful life. We, therefore, wholeheartedly offer ourselves unto your shelter, and we hope that your Lordship will now give us full protection. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistang Stapitang Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam ayam Dadati Swapadantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, paritranaya sadhunang vinashaya chadushkritam, sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna comes again and again to protect the devotees and to annihilate the miscreant demons. And lots of miscreant demons in the material world. Anyone who comes to this material world is actually like a prisoner And why does one go to jail? Because they're disobeying the laws of the government, of the Lord. So we've also deviated somehow or other. We've left that beautiful relationship in the spiritual world, but very difficult for us in our embodiment to understand how it is that I could leave such a beautiful, wonderful place which is full of love and reciprocation. And Krishna loves back. He's not inattentive. He's very attentive to the devotees' needs and wants. So the kings were, in one sense, perplexed or confused. How is it that they were forced to suffer? They're claiming that they're surrendered and devotees. And Jarasandha had so much power and so much influence that he was controlling the whole situation, and Krishna was allowing it. So everything in this material world is created by the Lord, but everyone is suffering due to their very deep attachments and attraction to becoming happy in this world, performing all kinds of activities, thinking that if I work really hard, I'll get lots of money, I'll have a nice wife and children, a new Mercedes-Benz, a new car, beautiful house, and people will appreciate my, greatness, or, like that. Everyone's looking for this kind of happiness. And when there's a disturbance, then they blame God. Oh, why is it, I prayed and I try to, I go to church, and once a week I confess my sins. And, why is it that, I'm forced to suffer even though I'm a religious person? But we see teachings of Queen Kunti in particular, how when Krishna finished with the whole scene of creating, Jarasandha in particular came 17 times, and he would go, because he was a powerful king, he would take subordinate kings who were lesser and force them and bring all their soldiers, and who were also a burden on the earth, and repeatedly Krishna would defeat them. Then it appeared on the 18th attempt, Krishna was distracted due to worldliness, or some leelas there, that Jarasandha became victorious. He became very, very proud, very puffed up. And in his attempt to again strengthen his armies and control everyone by his brutality, and these kings were refusing to submit to Jarasandha in his evil tactics, and they were imprisoned. And they sent a messenger to Krishna, please, you come and release your devotees. These kings are your devotees. Kings previously were actually representative of the Lord. Evam parampara praptang imang rajarshayo vidhu sakalene mahata yogo nashta parantapa. That this Vedic literature, this science of God realization, which is meant for human beings, human life is meant to reawaken our love for God. It's covered over. This Nityasita Krishna Bunoi. This love for Krishna is existing, it's just covered over. Temporarily we're distracted due to worldly mindedness, thinking that there might be some enjoyment in the desert, there might be some water, some refreshment, that I can become happy. But the miseries are very clearly explained. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshanu, darshanam. Everyone is born, they grow old, or they produce byproducts, they grow old, they get disease, and they die. Everyone is forced to die. I'm going to die. All of us here are going to die. Our children are going to die. Our grandchildren are going to die. Our forefathers have all died. Everyone comes to this world, and this repetition, samsara, continues on and on and on. But then we think that, how is it that Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he got that rascal yogi, put him in jail, but the rascal yogi, with his mystic powers, made his whole family so sick that they thought they're all going to die. Heavy fever, Bhaktivinoda, heavy fever. But somehow, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he tolerated, just like Arjuna is complaining to Krishna. And what did Krishna say? Matra sparshas tu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agama paino nityas tangtitikshashvabharita. That the sufferings will come, but we have to learn to tolerate them. When Kunti was appreciating that Krishna was there always to protect them, somehow when Pandu died, Dhritarashtra, scheming and planning how to take the kingdom away from the Pandavas, my children, Duryodhana, Dushasana, and my children should rule the kingdom. Pandu's gone, why the Pandavas, Yudhishthira and the rest? But Uncle Vidura was looking out, and also Bhishma was looking out for the Pandavas, for their care. And despite the fact that they had such a high birth, each one was a descendant of Lord Indra, of Yamaraj, Bhima, Vayu, demigods, great powerful demigods. And here they are, they're trying to put them, hey, I built you a new house. Your whole family should live in this nice house. It's a summer vacation. And then they put it to blaze. They wanted to burn them alive. They wanted to kill them. They had man-eating demon, poison cakes. So many, they got, what is it? They were forced into some gambling match. They lost their wife. Draupadi was going to be, imagine, these are powerful Kshatriya warriors, and somehow or other, due to the tricks of the rascals, Duryodhana, Dushasana, even Karna was very upset because he wanted Draupadi. But she used a trick. She said, only Kshatriyas can perform in this Ashvamedha, not Ashvamedha. What is the, somebody, that the princess can choose her, the process for getting the prince, the king. So Karna was very upset. And so when they lost Draupadi, they immediately dragged her in the assembly to disrobe her. And my son is calling me. Look at that. Rare occasion. Wait till Bhagavatam class. And even though Bhishma was there, elderly personalities were there, still no one said anything concerning that, but Draupadi was saying, Krishna help me, but trying to hang on to her sari. When she realized that these are powerful Kshatriyas, I have no hope, she threw her arms up and surrendered to Krishna, and Krishna was there to protect her, gave her unlimited cloth. Krishna was always there to protect the Pandavas, even though they had so many dangers, and so much so that even Bhishma, on his dying bed, he had a benediction from his father. He can choose the time of death. So after the battle of Kurukshetra, so much destruction was there, reestablishing the rightful king Yudhishthira and the Pandavas to reestablish the principles of varnashram, or godly consciousness. Because even thousands of years ago, there were demonic personalities, and all the different devotees were scattered. Kamsa was terrorizing everyone, and they were going, left their homes. Some went to live in the caves. It became very, very difficult situation. And so Queen Kunti is praying that when the danger is there, we're forced to take shelter of you. Imagine being on a battlefield, time of war, the enemy is coming, the bombs are falling. Even they say the atheists, everyone becomes very, oh, my Lord, just please protect me. And I'll fully surrender. I won't be, thinking of anything else. I won't be a rascal anymore. I'm fully going to surrender to you. So under times of difficulty, our focus and our attention to surrender to the Lord is enhanced. Just like the kings, as a king, you have certain leisures and pleasures and availabilities of enjoyment in this material world, and maybe you become a little bit proud due to your wealth, due to your opulence. And they frankly admitted that, yeah, maybe Jarasandha was sent to punish us. Tattenu kampam susamikṣamano. The devotee claims that I'm getting some token of punishment, but I deserve a lot worse. And he just tolerates, understanding that this world is full of troubles and full of suffering. Not only Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but our Srila Prabhupada, if you read the Lilamrita and the history, how Prabhupada, although he had great opportunity for wealth and becoming famous as a great chemist and also preaching at the same time and devoted to Krishna, but said when Krishna loves someone very much, he takes everything away. So, oh my God, everything is gone, and I have no other shelter. You go to the Brahmachari council, can I surrender here at the temple? I have nothing left. So we have to learn and appreciate that the troubles are there and they'll continue to come. And Srila Prabhupada suffered heart attack on an ocean voyage, didn't know what he'll have to eat, didn't know anyone. Why such a great Vaishnava who's translating Srimad Bhagavatam, whose only thought is how to preach Krishna consciousness and save others from suffering, but so much suffering is coming to Prabhupada or to devotees. We see sometimes devotees, they find themselves in dangerous situations, even on Sankirtan. Sometimes even some people got killed, some devotees. And we have to understand that Krishna, this material world's a temporary, illusory place. Just like at night when we're dreaming, that we're thinking that that's my reality. But there's another reality when you wake up from the dream. Oh, I have my duties, my responsibilities, my family, my obligations. So we have another reality beyond this existence, which is temporary. Even Queen Kunti prays, free me from this attachment to the family, to the children. Not that we become neglectful or irresponsible. No. Prabhupada said devotee means perfect gentleman and very responsible. But everything is centered around Krishna consciousness, that we need to take shelter of Krishna. Yeah. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yat johosi dadasi yat tapasyasi konteya tad kurushva madarpanam. Whatever we do, whatever activities we perform, whatever is there, we need to do it for Krishna. Whatever sacrifice we make, we do the sacrifice for Krishna. So the kings were a little bit astonished that demonic persons, they're given sometimes beautiful bodily features. Wasn't it Putana? She became like the goddess of fortune. She was extremely beautiful. So much so that Mother Yashoda and Rohini thought, oh, she's like a mother, you know, she wants to nurse Krishna. But her intention was what? To poison Krishna. She was killing little babies everywhere. Just imagine, you think of a witch flying on a broomstick and looking really ugly, Isn't it? Yeah. But then she looks so beautiful and so mesmerizing, and that's the nature of this world, that we think, how is it these people, they take over the government, and they're very powerful, so wealthy, and the brahmanas are generally very poor and, looking very shabby. And then they say like shabby. And this is not that Krishna is punishing the devotees, but everything, especially for a devotee, is meant to help enhance our endeavor to surrender to Krishna, to become a servant under any circumstances. Because troubles will come. And death will be there. It's right around the corner for everyone. We see how yesterday we had a memorial for a nice Vaishnava, Bhakti Vishrambhav Madhav Maharaj, and others. And everyone is here for 20, 30, 50, 100 years, maybe. even imagine those last 10, 20 years from 80 to 100, what the body is. It's like a bag of bones. And then you understand, what is a bag of bones? What is pus, stool, urine? It's basically, everything becomes very, very slack. Like a fruit, it looks so nice and so ripe. But if it's rotten and all, I have no interest there. And what to speak of thinking that, beautiful person, I'm attracted. But if 50 years down the road, what happened to that beauty? There's that one story of liquid beauty. Person's very attracted, but she showed her beauty in the form of stool and vomit. Anyway, we don't want to be negative. We have a wonderful opportunity, and the sacrifices that people make and the religious rituals and activities which are being performed, that's nice. There's some, at least, belief in God. But this Krishna consciousness is a science. It's not Hindu religion or Muslim religion or Christian religion like gold. Gold is gold. It's gold for everyone. In this Vedic literature, is Vedaischa sarvar aham eva vedyo vedanta krit vedaved eva chaham. Krishna's giving the Vedic literature. He's empowering Lord Brahma to create the universe. He's empowering Prahlad Maharaj, who is so much in danger. His father, loving father, Hiranyakashipu, although he's a great devotee, but he's playing the role of a demon. In this material world, a strange place, very difficult to understand. With our common sense, logic, and reason, we don't always understand why bad things happen to good people. But we need to have the Trikalagya, the vision of past, present, and future. Krishna understands. And not that he's interfering and manipulating everything. Well, he's the Lord. He can make everybody a devotee and no more demons, and we all go back to Godhead, forget the material world. It's all done. Done deal. But Krishna allows us to have that independence, because if we don't reciprocate, that love means two. That means I serve you, or I offer you some food, you offer me some food. I reveal my mind, you reveal your mind. Maybe not everything, but you reveal your mind. And then gifts, I give a gift, you receive a gift. These are nectar of devotion by Rupa Goswami, Didati Pratigranati Guyamakyati Prichati. These are loving exchanges. And so we're learning by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and all the great acharyas. And it's not that, it's our religion or that's your belief. Prabhupada said, this is science. Dehinosmin yata dehe komarang yovanang jara. From boyhood to youth to old age. Whether you're a Christian, a Jew, a Hindu, Muslim, everybody from childhood to boyhood to youth to old age to death. And so we're talking about how to get out of this cycle of birth and death and put an end to all suffering. The kings ultimately were released by Krishna. So in one sense, it's a great benediction that Jarasandha imprisoned them, because they could pray with heartfelt prayers that I'm in danger, I'm in a difficult situation, I'm suffering. And who are the people that come to Krishna? The distressed, those who are looking for money. That's why everyone's coming to Krishna, right? What is that famous song? Give me a Mercedes-Benz, a house by the sea. And everyone's basically praying for health, wealth, good family, good reputation. Everybody wants all the good things of life and wants God to supply them. And I'll come to church once a week. Don't worry, I'll be there. But we need to understand that we are servants of Krishna, and our only purpose is to learn how to serve Krishna with the pure heart, and because the heart is contaminated, because we're covered over, this deep impression of looking for happiness in this world is deeply ingrained in each and every one of us, that we find it very difficult that I have no time. I have no time for Krishna consciousness. Did you listen to the lecture? No, I had no time for that. Did you perform your duties? No, I was busy. So everyone is busy in this material world, and that busy means they're creating more karmic entanglement. Everyone, every action, there's a reaction. Unless we're engaged in Krishna's service, even though the Bhagavad Gita may have been available and so many translations are there, without the society, the Sangha, this society of devotees is so valuable. Prabhupada started League of Devotees, then International Society for Krishna Consciousness in New York, 1966, had a few of the newcomer devotees sign on the petition. They thought, there's a yoga teacher in the Lower East Side. What is this International Society for Krishna Consciousness? The vision of a pure devotee is that he wants to free all the suffering conditioned souls. As I was saying, Prahlad Maharaj was tormented by Hiranyakashipu. So many attempts to take his life in many dangerous ways. And most people think when reading Mahabharata or the Puranas that these are fictitious stories. These are simply someone's fancy imagination. But it says that they are histories. They may not be chronologically put down because, if you chronologically put all of history, you'd have, too much not available for anyone to understand. But the message of the Mahabharata and the Puranas, literatures, is that from the highest planet down to the lowest planet, even if you become a demigod, if you have the opulence of Indra or the pleasures of the gods, or it doesn't matter what planet or what type of body you have, everyone is forced to leave this world. And the suffering just continues. So our mind is so tricky, and daivihesha gunamayi, this maya is so difficult to overcome, that we just dismiss the idea, okay, doesn't matter if I become a dog next life, or a monkey, or a pig. We think, no, I'm a human being now. I won't go down. I'm religious. We want to flatter ourselves to think that I'm a good person. I opened up a hospital. I dug a few wells, or I planted trees. I perform pious activities. But pious activities or sinful activities, what do they get us? Another body. Because you have to reap the results of your pious activities or suffer the results of your sinful activities. And we've been made fortunate, Agyata Sukriti, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt so much compassion for our fallen condition. We're like the kings who are imprisoned in our illusion of family life, thinking that my government will protect me. I'm American, or I'm Indian, or I'm, Russian or Chinese or whatever. But the government can't protect you. Even if you're a very wealthy man, you may have a good hospital, the best doctors, the best medicine, but still, you're going to die. Doesn't matter. And our real protection is taking shelter of Krishna and Krishna's representative. Krishna's in our heart, Paramatma. We were hearing yesterday from Paramatma about how the Lord is guiding us. The Lord is hearing us. Isn't it? Sarvasya chahang hridisana vishto matat smritir jnanam apohanam cha. He's giving us remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. We can't enjoy this world unless we forget Krishna. Okay, forget about Krishna for a while. I need to, focus on my family and my future. I got to work hard. There's too much chanting and dancing and prasadam. I can't make money that way. So everyone's thinking of how to become happy by their own endeavors. But that happiness never manifests. So we are like these kings imprisoned. And Srila Prabhupada's our messenger, and he's giving us Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, saying the Lord appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda just appeared 500 years ago. And they brought their associates with them, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar, Shivas, Gauda Bhakta Vrinda, the Sanatan, Rupa Goswami, the 6 Goswamis, the great Acharyas. They're all assisting in the Lord's Leela, His pastime. And the Lord's pastime is that He wants to attract us back to the spiritual world. Everyone's attracted by something, isn't it? You know, if you want to go to a big festival, they say, oh, at the festival we're going to have such and such great personalities. There'll be singing, there'll be drama, lots of nice prasad, very colorful. You know, we'll book you a nice room. Come. So if people become attracted that there's something beautiful there that may make me happy. So Krishna is performing beautiful Leela in Vrindavan with the gopis and gopas. Okay, maybe that's not my... Then in Mathura, also, you know, showing their strength and their ability, and marrying thousands and thousands of beautiful queens, and showing His supreme power and majesty. This 10th canto has been very, very, how you say, instructive about the Krishna's personal activities with His devotees. Not just, oh, God is great, I love God. Well, who is God? I don't know. You know, why is He great? What do you love? What is your love for God? So it's not that we're just giving lip service. Krishna's being described from His birth, you know, Govardhan Leela, Rasa Leela, the different activities of Krishna and His wonderful pastimes that He performs are very attractive. So the kings had an opportunity to be under the shelter of Krishna, and not only that, Krishna had all the male and female maidservants provide them new kingly dress with beautiful jewelry and ornaments. Each one got their own chariot, and they were sent back to their kingdom to actually, now with a renewed devotional attitude toward Krishna, to rule their subjects with proper guidance in spiritual life, how they can actually help those who are dependent on the king, on the guru, on the father, to perform their duties in such a way that they can awaken their Krishna consciousness. So all of us have that opportunity. We're all very fortunate to be sheltered here in Krishna Balaram Mandir, but every temple, we see there are temples all over the world, many different projects, and devotees are given an opportunity to hear about Krishna, to chant His holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We should know that that's the ultimate sacrifice. Lord Chaitanya taking the mood of a conditioned soul. I have no attraction for the holy name. Even though you've invested all your potency in your holy names, I'm not attracted to that. But what is the solution? Keep chanting. Just keep chanting. And the more we hear, we may think, well, I've been chanting and hearing for 10 years, 20 years, 30, 50 years. You know, so long I've been chanting. I still have material desires? Yes. Desires don't go away. Now we're just awakening, trying to awaken, not by our own efforts, by pleasing Guru, by pleasing Krishna, by pleasing devotees. Krishna recognizes Srimati Radharani, she's Vrindavaneshwari, she's the queen of Vrindavan, and from her expand all the goddesses of fortune. But she always thinks that other devotees are much more qualified. And if she sees that someone is attempting to chant nicely or to render service to assist in the preaching mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She puts a good word in for us. And so the same way that the messenger of the kings that were imprisoned, they were fortunate to have someone and convey their prayers to Krishna, and Krishna personally took care of Jarasandha and freed all the kings, and they became so jubilant. They realized that Jarasandha was instrumental. Due to my sinful activities, I have so much punishment coming and so much reverses. Yeah. It's not that, why devotees get hurt or in a car accident or may even, and leave this world prematurely. I don't understand how Krishna could allow that. Yeah. Krishna's power in material world, Mayajakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam, prakriti kriyamanani guna karmaṇi sarvashaha. So Krishna's potencies, Krishna's energies, and this manifestation of this material world and the material bodies, everything is Krishna. The spirit, we are part of Krishna. Balaram is Krishna, Radharani is Krishna, you are Krishna, everybody's Krishna. But he's so great that he can make individuality also. He can expand himself in such a way that he can make another individual person who's also him. And we think, well, how does all that work? It's beyond our capacity. Maybe words cannot describe it. But Krishna's created everything and everyone, and there are varieties of species of life, varieties of all kinds of life, not only in this planet, but all over the world, all over the universe. Our material scientists and so-called educated leaders think that, only on Earth there's life, because no other planet can support the life symptoms, because they're thinking that this is all there is. There's no other bodies. But there are spiritual bodies, there are godly bodies, and there are demonic bodies. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is feeling great compassion and love, and he's freely giving the chanting of Krishna's holy name as the ultimate sacrifice. Kali Kalira Dharma Krishna Nam Sankirtan. It's coming from Goloker Premadan Harinam Sankirtan. Again and again it says, Kali Yuga is full of bad qualities, but the great fortune we have is that if one can take shelter of Krishna by chanting his holy name and hearing about Krishna from that pure devotee who doesn't have a self-interest. Prabhupada never promoted, you surrender to me. Surrender to Krishna. Read my books. No, read Krishna's books. You have Krishna book, isn't it? You have Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. And to sit together every day, Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya, and glorify Krishna, and look at our bewilderment, just try to analyze, why is it I'm attached, and why am I suffering, and how can I get free of this suffering and go back home, back to Godhead. And that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's goal. Priti Viteya Chayada Nagarari Gram Sarvatara Prachara Hoibe Moranam. So every town, every village, not only this nationality or that nationality, God's for everyone, the holy name is for everyone, the Bhagavatam, the Gita, and all the glories of Krishna's wonderful appearances are meant for everyone to be inspired to go back home, back to Godhead. So this is a beautiful Leela. We'll continue for the next few days hearing about how these are Lord Krishna's daily activities. And Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So if there's some time for questions or comments. Yes, Prabhuji. Same thing.
So the question of Hare Krishna. So false happiness. When Prabhupada arrived in Boston, he saw the American people and said they think themselves very happy. They are completely in a mode of passion and ignorance, and they think themselves very happy. And Prabhupada described also that this is kind of a mental happiness. You think that you have a skyscraper building or you have a beautiful car, and you think that you are happy because you possess these things.
Yes.
And so this is the false happiness of this world. And people also post on Facebook their holidays, and everybody smiling, and everybody thinks, oh yes, they look so happy. And but this false happiness is very powerful on our consciousness, because we want to think good about us. So what to do about that? Because
yes. Prabhupada, when he came, he said that they're all in the mode of ignorance and passion, and they're thinking the skyscraper buildings and the good life will make me happy. Well, that's a reflection. We're all looking for, like in the desert, everyone's thinking, oh, the water, it's right there. The water is just in front of me. So let me go for that water because it's just within my reach, you know. So this is the illusion of this world, thinking that there'll be happiness, but one can achieve happiness, real happiness, susukam kartam avyayam. This process of devotional service brings about real happiness, because, I mean, devotees, like you said, are posting, they're going on vacation and having good time. It's not that devotees cannot be happy. I mean, when we're chanting, we're dancing, we're having so many festivals, it's very colorful, so many flower decorations and music, and you know, I know tonight's New Year's Eve, we're going to have our devotees chanting and dancing and having an enjoyable time. But yat karoshi yadishnasi yat jahoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi konti yat tad kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do it for Krishna's pleasure. So we should not forget that and get overwhelmed by the pursuit of just happiness. And when we're chanting to make Krishna happy. We're not there just to entertain the audience. We're not there just to make, you know, some so-called great personality. Our endeavor is to make Krishna happy, make Guru happy. And the way to do that is to relish hearing and chanting together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's the perfect answer to all questions, by the way. Chant the holy name. Any other questions? Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, then Mataji next.
Thank you. So I'm just thinking right now how Srila Prabhupada, he was so understanding that the soul is active by nature. We cannot be inactive. So a good parent, when they want their child to engage in positive activity, they'll say, don't do this, do this. So Prabhupada created an alternative to material existence. He created the International Society for Krishna Consciousness so that we can have association, we can sing and dance, we can eat, and just have all these activities, but in a positive way, so that we can make advancement spiritually. He was so expert and so compassionate. So don't do this, do this. This is a positive alternative. And it's
Prabhupada, the real savior, the real father.
Yes, the real father.
Created a family for us where we can actually have activities and enjoy. There's some austerities, but there's austerities no matter what you do. At least our activities are positive.
But Krishna says, what is difficult in the beginning becomes nectar in the end. That's what...
Okay, people, nectar's coming.
Yeah. And also, in Krishna consciousness, it's nectar in the beginning and nectar in the end.
Nectar in the beginning, nectar in the end. We like that. That's good.
Sure.
Mataji? Yes. Positive. Everything's very positive in Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I would like to ask, how can we stop finding fault in others and be more tolerant of others?
How do we stop finding fault with others?
Yeah, how do we stop finding fault in others and be more tolerant of them?
That's a hard one, isn't it? As we grow in our Krishna consciousness, and the more we hear from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, what are the godly qualities? What are Krishna's qualities? What are the pure devotional qualities? And those are titikshava, karunika, suhrida, sarvadena, very tolerant, very merciful, kind to all living beings. And the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, says, Trinadapi, sunichina, tarorapi, seshvana, amanina, amanadena, kirtaniya, sadahari. In order to chant the holy name, one has to be humbler than the blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, thinking that, hey, I'm big, I'm special, I'm sitting on the vyasasana, and everyone should, worship. No. We should actually think that we're also in a difficult situation and ready to offer all respects to others. And sometimes people agitate us, or they may not be to our liking. But as Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he would not hear the criticism of any devotee. And so we should catch ourselves and check ourselves when that impulse comes. It may still come, like when you unplug a fan, it's still spinning, but it's slowing down gradually. So our tendency to criticize and our tendency to fault find, that'll also slow down and hopefully stop to the point where the 6 Goswamis, they became, everyone loved them, even the ruffians and their so-called enemies, because of their clear heart and their genuine desire to serve and glorify the Lord. This is attractive, even though some may still be irritated, but the devotee himself is feeling very happy to glorify others and not find fault or be caught up in gramya katha, kukatha, simply, oh, did you hear what he did? Oh, yeah, no, tell me. We don't want to just simply waste our time, but it may happen, so we stay away from that, and we always stay with the positive, energetic devotees who are wanting to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. And then as our consciousness clears more and more, we'll be maybe able to control the tongue and not do anything to create any offense to anyone. Okay, one last question.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, two last questions. Because I know Prabhu, he's always enthusiastic, so.
Thank you for your comment, Prabhuji. Sometimes we are put into trouble.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. And we try to find faults with that person who got us into this trouble. But sometimes this trouble helps one to progress in devotional life. I had the experience of this with one of my friends. He was harassed by a person and he couldn't do his devotional service. But it happened that he had to change his mode. Suppose that he was chanting and he was being disturbed, and then he changed that devotional service into reading. And these days he is reading at least 4 to 5 hours every day. So I personally realized when he told me the story that sometimes we are put into trouble, and this trouble actually helps one progress in devotional life, though maybe in another way, as electricity can be converted into light energy or heat energy, like that.
Very, very good point. That sometimes the difficulty, we may think, oh, why that person did that to me. Then we find, oh, there's another opportunity Krishna gave me for further service and further expansion. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, here, what you can say. It's a very good point, though. I like that.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's off.
The middle switch.
It's off. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
There it is.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. In the end of the purport, the king said, but we have heard from revealed scriptures that anyone who surrenders onto your lotus feet immediately becomes immune to the reactions of sinful life. So this word immediately caught my attention, and many times in Srila Prabhupada's purports also, he would say immediately do this, immediately do that, and you would get results. So can you explain a little bit what Srila Prabhupada means by immediate? Because sometimes it seems that it's not very immediate. It takes many, many years for us to actually get that result. Hare Krishna.
Or many, many lifetimes too. Huh? Yeah. Prabhupada often did say, within a second, if you surrender, but to fully surrender, we may use lip service, but to genuinely, Katbanga Maharaj, he asked for a benediction of when he said, within the next moment you're going to die. And so immediately he absorbed his mind somehow or other at the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is the power of Krishna consciousness, that immediately it can free us, but due to our reluctance and our long ingrained intense desire to enjoy separate from Krishna, that's keeping us from that full surrender. It's not just like, I said Krishna's name, but it be without offense, with love. And it's like I said, it's difficult to understand Krishna or his Leela. That's why janma karma chame divyang evang yoviti tatpataha chakvadehang punarjanma naiti mameti sarjana. One will not take birth again in this material world, who knows the activities and the reason why Krishna appears. And so that's a science. And with science, it generally takes time, it takes austerity of applying ourselves to learn. We have to learn. We can't think that I'm a theatrical performer, but I'm not going to practice and I'm not going to find a teacher. I'm just going to go out there and do it. We need guidance. So the power is there, it's available, but we have to be willing to submit. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Approach a bona fide spiritual master, inquire submissively, render service. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So from our part, we have to do our part as well, meaning inquire submissively and render service. Prabhupada didn't want lazy and crazy. He wanted serious persons who really want to get out of this entrapment of birth and death, repeated cycle of suffering in this world. And he's giving everyone a chance to join the Sankirtan movement. And if we don't join, then our lip service is not, I said it, why I'm not getting the results. The results are there, and they will be there. And in this very lifetime, one can awaken his spiritual life. And that's available by chanting the name of the Lord and serving the devotees and serving the Guru in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.